What's good? What's good? Yeah, Method Man. Sometimes these tracks just like I always think about what to play, and I kind of love doing that. But then every time the stream gets flagged, and I gotta cut it out later because it'll like block the stream. But I just love playing music, so I always do it. You know. How you guys doing today, man? How's your Monday? How's your Monday? Mine was very non-productive. You should see what happened, bro. So I woke up at like 5:30 this morning. I checked my phone, no internet, no data, right? It turns out that oh wait, let's see if this works. I rewatched your Family Matters breakdown. So good. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, Captain Caleb. And I'm glad that I could see the super chats right now. Thank you for the two. Yeah, I mean that breakdown was kind of a turning point for my channel, but at the same time, I'm still proud of that breakdown, you know? I put a lot into it, so it is what it is. But yeah, so guess what happened, man, in my area? Like, apparently, some losers, they went and they were trying to steal copper, like copper wires and like copper piping, and like melt it down and resell it, I guess, and get money from it. And what they did is they cut through like the main like fiber optic cable that fed internet and like cell phone data to like the whole like a huge part of British Columbia didn't have internet for like 18 hours because these losers wanted to steal some copper, which apparently this is a thing. People do like to steal copper. I just thought it was crazy. Like I'd rather rob a bank before I would do manual labor like that. I'd rather rob a bank than do real manual labor. Uh, what's the word? What's good, Smack Shade? OVO drop. Good to see you in here, man. Raleigh Chambers. Dirt, you getting ready for Boy Wonder Pod and Party? Had to cancel it, man. I don't know what really happened with Wonder. All I know, what I think happened was because he wanted to do it. We were supposed to do it May 23rd, a live podcast, and I don't know if Drake. This is kind of what he didn't tell me why he couldn't do it, but I don't know if Drake didn't when Wanda agreed to do it. Maybe Drake didn't know his album was May 15th because I could see why he can't do it on the 23rd if Drake's album drops on the 15th because there's no way I could interview him without talking about the album. And perhaps maybe Drake doesn't want people talking about the album. Maybe he's got a plan for after the album comes out. So I could kind of get it. I understand it. But we are going to do it. It's probably going to happen in September though. But it's definitely happening. We're doing some sort of live show in Toronto, whether it's Wanda or someone else, right? All things fly. Shout out to Real Kings, Multi M in the chat. Dirt, address the Scary Hours rumors. I didn't see the Scary Hours rumors. Like I said, I've been off the internet all day, so I kind of need you guys to fill me in on what has been happening. Because I was actually really kind of tripping because everything's been moving so quick with this rollout. And I was like, oh man, like, I haven't been on the internet for like 18 hours or whatever. And I didn't know if Drake had a new video out or what he did. So like I'm trying to stay on the pulse with it. So I was kind of tripping. But Scary Hours, I didn't really see much about that. Scary Hours Drake. Drizzy got to drop the track Red Lebanese. It was in Plot Twist. Maybe. No, the thing is, Red Lebanese is actually. I'll show you what Red Lebanese is. Red Lebanese is the company that made the zine, I'm pretty sure, for Drake. So if you go Red Lebanese, this is Ben Dorado and Pablo Jarman's company. So you could see actually that they post it. They do things like this all the time, right? They make these, they're like a creative arts company, right? But you could see here they posted the zine and they put Champagne Poppy Red Lebanese Hanabi Office. So Hanabi Office and Red Lebanese are companies owned by Ben Dorado, who's like heavily involved in Drake's, heavily involved in the Iceman streams. He was heavily involved in even like for all the dogs, I think promo and stuff, and Yeah, they do a bunch of stuff. So I'm pretty sure they made this magazine. I'm actually gonna try and get one of these. I'm gonna try and see if they can send me one of these just so I could have. I love having stuff like that, like keeping like just little like trinkets like that, I guess you call it, like little hip hop artifacts. It's cool. Shout out to Sir Canadia. I can't read it. 8 months of membership. Yo, yo, yo. Hope everything's all right with the internet. Did this set you back on the zine breakdown? Totally understand if it did. It definitely did, bro. But what I did, because I got like 10,000 words wrote, and usually what I'll do is I'll write the entire script and then I'll go back and review it. But what I did today is I went through everything I had wrote because I didn't have internet. So what I did was I was just like, okay, I can remove that. This is probably like extra that I don't, it's just going to make the video long. I could cut that, add this, you know. So I went through it and just reread what I wrote. So I did that for like a few hours, but no, I definitely am behind. $2 from Don the Prophet. He posted lights, camera, action on Plot Twist YouTube. I don't think that Plot Twist YouTube, to be very fair with you, I don't think that belongs to Drake. I think it's a fan that owns it. I don't think it's his. Plot Twist Drake. This it has 74,000 subs, but I don't think it's actually him, to be honest. I haven't confirmed, but I don't know. At the same time, though, lights, camera, action. Yeah, so like a lot of people, like I feel like what do you think Drake is doing first, though? Because I've been looking on Twitter and some people, like some of these insiders, right? Like, okay, so this guy right here, I don't know who he is. I don't know if this is the Insider Hub guy. I think it is. He just calls himself Source, the #1 source for everything music related. NBA Youngboy will drop out of Rolling Loud. Okay, don't really care about that. The next 6 months of music will belong to Drake and Drake only, with a return plan to conquer the entire remainder of the year. Music, music, music. That's what we like to hear. Honestly, I don't know what Drake is doing, but whatever it is, it's massive. Like it's something that he's never done before, and nowhere close. Something that he's been planning for years. Like we're in for a treat. We're in for a treat. It's like a whole revenge arc, really. What's this? This Academics explains why he keeps posting Drake, Iceman, stay alert. Says he's hearing behind the scenes something is about to pop off sooner than later. Let's see. How come I can't hear this?
We're now seeing things where he is in a cemetery. And interestingly enough, once I seen the cemetery thing, I instantly said, Drake is he's walking among the dead, in the sense of the dead relationships, the dead fake friendships, the dead weight that was probably, one thing I've realized.
It's not a bad read, actually, Ack, Ack comes with, he breaks it down here and there, like I got to give it to him. That's actually a pretty good read. Him walking through the graveyard. Now, like, I'm wondering, is it like, what are the visuals going to be like for him walking through the graveyard? What's the music? Like, what's the like, all that stuff matters for the context of it. Like, because we could think it's what Ack is saying. It could mean something completely different. Like, he could be burying himself for all we know. We don't know, right? But it's interesting with the buried alive. Thinking about that, the whole buried alive concept, like the Family Matters, and I got to bring up Family Matters when I think about this because I just thought about this, but Family Matters got the hearse. Family Matters got the hearse in it, right?
Maybe in
right here.
You stop playing around and take this shit serious, like. Down my cheek, laughing at you, pussy dying. It's a war cry. Weekend music getting played in all the spots where boys got.
So it got the hearse, and then also he dropped the Buried Alive Part 2. And there's been several references to graves too. Like, I'll play Buried Alive 2 first, and then there's been more than one. There's been more than one. A lot of people forgot that Drake dropped this like right after Family Matters. It kind of got overshadowed because Kendrick dropped Meet the Gram so fast. But he kind of does this in Kendrick's cadence, and you know.
If you in a pine box, hey. If you was in a pine box, I would still be in my spot. For you to make it to the peak, it have to be. Looking in the mirror, still embarrassed. Stop talking how you gon' spare us. React like an infant whenever I mention. It's like you need tension, I always get attention. You always said how you wanna bury me alive. Jealousy disguised as your motherfucking pride. Took you on your first tour with us trying to catch a vibe. I was headline, you was standing on the side. Brought you and that other hoe along for the ride. First time people lined up for your ass. Now you saying two pussy boys getting out of line. You been hating hard for a very long time. It feel like Twitter ghosts writing your reply. Streets out here talking like at least a nigga tried. That's how you felt in 2011 while we wasting time. Dreams come true, Crody, this is where you die.
So that, that could be totally unrelated, but I noticed obviously in the zine itself, there was the graveyards, right? There was the graveyards. It looks like, I'm going to let you guys decide if you think it's plaques or if you think it's CDs. I thought it was CDs. But maybe it's plaques. Like, it's not far ahead of here, right? Oh, it's back there. Sorry. Back there. So you can see, well, I kind of got my camera over top of it. Let me see. I think there's a way to... There. I'll put it into just one page, right? So, are they CDs or are they plaques? What do you guys think? Shout out to Joseph Williams for the subscription. Thank you very much. Thanks for subscribing. Do you guys think these are CDs or are they like the plaques? I can't tell. Maybe they're plaques. Maybe they're plaques. Right? They tried to bury me. That's a neat... They're CDs, right? Yeah, so the way I looked at this, right? And this will be all part of the breakdown, but like what this is here, this photo you're looking at here, this is back in the 90s in New York. This is from another zine, just like Drake is doing a zine. This is actually from a zine back in the 90s. And like the gay community, what they would do is use zines. They're obviously marginalized, right? But what was going on in New York at the time was Giuliani, who I don't know if he was the mayor at the time or what he was, but he was targeting like the gay community. He was closing their clubs. And this is literally like a performer saying, save our clubs. In the original one, it's actually fire around this. Drake turned it to ice. He's dressed up as like an outlaw. Kind of reminded me of Red Dead Redemption, right? So when you think about save our clubs, like, I mean, even the game said recently, yo, like it's kind of boring without Drake now. Like the club is not as popping as it used to be. There's no new hits. And a lot of people have been saying that for a while. So it seems like Drake is singling either I look at this in a couple ways. If he's an outlaw, he's kind of taking the game hostage at this point, right? That's part of freezing it out. You see the ice around it, right? The clubs are frozen. And I was looking at these graves kind of like either they represent hits that he could have put out that he held back on, or they represent records from artists that he refused to help that he normally would have helped. And those records obviously died without his help. It's either, on my read, it's one of the two, right? It's one of the two. Obviously, we got the Iceman blue color, which is like very prominent throughout the entire zine. The rollout, you're seeing like various shades of this blue. So he's in the Iceman era. This is the arc of it, right? But like, I mean, I've showed you guys before when I talk about the features thing. Like, he's just not simply doing what he used to do, right? Like, if you go to features, I've showed this many times before, but like, it's right in front of you, bro. Look in 2009, how many hits he was. Like, these are all records he gave to other people. 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 20. And then you get to the bottom, bro. It's right in front of you. Like, it can't be argued. Look what he did in the last few years. This is 2023 to 2025. So he did 1, 2. We won't even count 2023 because 2023 was pre-battle. Since the battle, he's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 features. I'm not sure why the 21 Savage record's not there. It should be there. It looks like 2026 hasn't been added at all. But case in point, he's not doing what he used to do. So, you know, the graveyard could possibly represent, these could be records that he didn't help with, like with DJ Khaled, right? You see the record that DJ Khaled just put out with Lil Baby. It's terrible. It's terrible. That was supposed to be the record that we got from Khaled. That was supposed to be a Drake record. It was supposed to be, but Drake said no. Khaled's with UMG. Drake said no. Another thing is, too, you see who he's doing records with. 4 Bats, Gamma, Gordo, close affiliate. This person here, I don't even know who it is. The Chino Paquez, and then Smiley, his own artist, and then 21, obviously a close friend. None of these people are getting that support from them like they once did. Now, with respect to the graveyard, I think a lot of people forgot about this one, but he posted a graveyard. Let's see. He posted one too not long ago. Not long ago he posted one. I don't know if it was here. Obviously, diamonds are a huge theme too, right? That's Kim Kardashian right there. But the Iceman blue, again, I think it's more of the blue color than anything. Blues. I'm trying to find the graveyard that he posted. Let's see. Is it this one? One of these here. One of these got the graveyards. Where is it? Could be under this one. It was pretty recently. I thought it was, at least, right? Could be under this one. No. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about? Because he definitely referenced the graveyard not long ago. Not long ago, right? Anyways, what did he mean by scary hours? Because that's the first I heard about that. At the end of the day, Drake could really do 3 things, right? He'll either drop a single with a music video. He'll either drop a streamed version of Iceman episode 4, or we're going to get like a full-on movie for episode 4, which kind of seems that's where it's going. The website was fan-made, not OVO. The website was, the website was made by Bies. The zine itself is 100% from Drake. The zine is Drake's zine. They got the company that made the website. They got the zine from, it's Drake's zine. The Japan War Cemetery. That's what I'm talking about. And it's interesting with plot twist too when you look back at some of the things that he's kind of foreshadowed a long time ago. Like, I was looking last night. We got owls on phone lines, which obviously came up in the Nokia video. What else do we have here? We never found out who these girls are, or why they were heavily featured on Plot Twist, and why out of 513,000 people that's following, why only two of the people that he's following is Sophia Grange, which is Elliot Grange. That's it's Lucian's daughter-in-law, right? And then Tank's God Pod, which is the girls we just saw. I don't know what their relationship is with Drake or why that's the only people he's following. So we don't know that yet. Kim obviously showed up again recently. Let's see. There's been a few different things. I don't know if he put this Melissa Ford stuff out before the Nokia shit. I don't know. Yeah, he did, because Nokia dropped. I'm not sure exactly the date. I know the music video dropped in, I think, March. Tony Soprano is someone we've seen multiple times now. He shows up in the zine as well, right? He shows up. Right. There's a huge theme in this zine too, around like I talked about yesterday with the Tupac stuff, right? How the media kind of took this and they didn't own their likeness, they didn't own their image or their likeness. The photographer didn't even own it, right? And when you look at this woman here, Brigitte Bardot, who's made out of diamonds, similar thing with her, where like the person that made this thing out of diamonds, he's part of that exact same system. Like he sold this piece for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's another thing that Andy Warhol drew that exact same thing of her, Brigitte Bardot, right? This thing here, I think, sold for $56 million. The picture of her face, which is the exact one. It's the same shoot as this one, right? But this is another example of a woman or like someone who's in the business, whose image became distorted by the media, by the industry and stuff, right? She kind of didn't really have an image of her own by the end of it. So there's a big theme in that in the zine. You say, I think episode 4 will be a combo of the live stream and the vids. Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to do both. Like, I don't know if he's just, I can't see Drake just dropping a single and a music video, because that's like so cliche for any artist to do. And he even admitted he was tired of the cookie cutter rollouts. If he's tired of the cookie cutter rollouts, he's not just going to drop a music video and a single like that. If he's going to do that, he's going to roll it out in a stream, or he's going to find some sort of creative way to do it. I can't see him just dropping a music video though. Right? I can't see it. Let me see. Yeah, let's just burn down through here. I just wanted to chop it up with you guys for a bit tonight. Let's look at Certified Jer, because I like to go to his page specifically for the news. What's this? He's going back and forth with Screwface. I don't know if you guys saw this. Screwface is getting dragged pretty badly on the timeline. I'm not the biggest Screwface fan. I don't really have anything against the guy, to be honest with you. But it looks like some other YouTuber is exposing him. Like this guy here apparently is an ex-friend of his, and he's airing him out.
Happen and dealing with a medical issue that may or may not have me on a timer.
But the thing is with this, I got to be honest, right? I take things like this with like a huge grain of salt when it's like a smaller creator, like ex-friend of someone who's like way bigger, because people are willing to do anything for clout. I don't know this guy, but I take shit like this with such a major grain of salt,
Because I started coughing up blood, and my doctors let me know that if that happens, we're... Thanks, John. You and that fat bundle of goo that you call your best friend are two of the most horrible, bitch-ass, narcissistic, garbage bin, parasitic pieces of shit that I've ever unfortunately called my friends at.
Sir Canadian, cause the second. Thank you for the 5, bro. I heard a rumor Drake is going to drop a bunch of the leaks to get out of his contract, then drop Iceman. What if Scary Hours 4 is that? So, like, this is what I'm wondering too, because, like, I keep going back to Frank Ocean, because if you look at what he did with that Endless thing, right? Endless. Frank Ocean. He just did like this. He just filmed a bunch of shit and then overlaid music in the background, and this counted as an album. 45 minutes, right? This is what Frank Ocean did. And then he dropped Blonde the next day. And like I said to you guys before, Frank Ocean also had a zine like Drake has a zine attached to his project, attached to this project.
With this apple of life.
So is it possible that Drake does like a 45-minute thing? Like I think the rules might have changed a bit around this, like, or there's a thing, I think Ack was saying there's like a clause now that Lucien or someone put into place where like an artist can't drop a project directly. Like they got to wait like a couple months after their project before they could drop again. Like something got put into place, so this can't happen in that way. Unless there's like a way around it, right? Because it seems like Drake found a loophole of some sort. There's no way he's talking this crazy. Like there's just no way that Drake is, while suing UMG, you got to think about it. He's suing UMG. He's dropping an album under them while suing them, and in the process, he's trolling them. Like, he's got images with Lucien, You Are Dust. Lucien Grange. Does this look like someone who's worried at all? Does this look like someone who's really worried about anything, like with his label? Knowing how much power... Well, there's no one in the music business more powerful than Lucien Grange. That's like the head honcho. He's above anyone at Warner. He's more powerful than anyone at Warner or Sony. UMG's the top dog. They're the top dog by a significant margin, right? So the fact that Drake is rolling out his album while suing them and doing things like this, you're basically asking to be, he's asking to be suppressed. He's basically saying, I don't give a fuck about these guys. They don't mean anything to me. They don't have any power over me. I'm not worried about what you guys are capable of. I got a backup plan. Because otherwise, if he didn't have something coming after, he wouldn't be doing this shit. There's just no way. You know? And the crazy thing about it for Drake, he's been with UMG his whole career. His whole career. From the very beginning. He's been with them for a long, long time, man. So now, like, the one thing I can predict is I say there's like a 0% chance that Drake stays with UMG. So regardless if Iceman drops under him, he's going somewhere else after. Where he goes, we don't know. Is he going to go independent? Is he going to go with Gamma? Is he going to start his own thing? Is he going to, you know, because Gamma, Northwest signed to Gamma. I didn't know that. Ye is under Gamma, Ross, who else? French Montana. And there's been rumors, you know, that Drake might own a piece of this already. So is that going to be revealed? I'm just putting on my tinfoil hat. Drake owns Gamma, Joe Budden.
There's something here that we don't know enough about yet, but the Drake relationship with Apple and how that redefined the industry, along with Frank Ocean fucking Universal out of this Apple situation, Drake's label, that nigga might own Gamma.
That's what I was really thinking. Because if you think about it, when he was in the renegotiation, when he told him, tell Larry I need a slice of that apple pie.
So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit here on this couch with Sexy Red, and I'm gonna
run it
key up for my own brand.
I know. I said that, and all them niggas called me a fucking dick ride and a bitch ass nigga and stay out of business. And of course he's not getting paid or incentivized. Niggas suck my dick. Y'all niggas don't know what you're talking about. Now we on to something.
And that's smart business.
That could be, he leaves Apple, starts his own shit, silent partner or whatever, or Drake got a piece, and then we running it up.
I think Drake owns some of Gamma.
This is who's currently on Gamma right now. Snoop, Rick Ross, Usher, Sexy Red, French Montana, D-Smoke.
I feel like Drake would have already came out and said, yo, listen, I own you niggas.
That can never be revealed. I'm sure there's paperwork that says you can't talk about it.
Nor would you want to.
He might want to on some ego shit, but outside of that, you.
So, like, this is, and I'm pretty sure Joe Budden put this out into the ether, right? But it's definitely interesting when you look at the fact, like, even in the zine itself, it's not just, like, there's a whole bunch of references to Gamma. Like, this was going to be in my breakdown, but one of my subscribers gave me, this is my own personal Facebook. I don't know why I'm on here. Gamma Blue. The color that Drake has been using with a lot of Iceman is literally called Gamma Blue. All right? Because of, and my man Oz Davis from Instagram, he's a high school basketball coach, and he remembered, like, he's a sneakerhead too, so he remembered the Jordan Gamma 11s. And he was thinking, like, oh shit, you know, the Jordan Gamma 11s got that, like, that color blue on it, right? And if you look at Iceman and a lot of the visuals, it has this exact blue. And sure enough, you look it up, there's a Gamma blue color specifically, right? Which is really interesting. Outside of that, I mean, and I'm not willing to go completely. I'm not willing to completely double down, triple down on the fact that he might go with Gamma, but I'm also not going to look over the fact that there's been a lot of different clues in here, like the first one obviously being Sexy Red, which let me zoom this in again, because I think I mentioned this to you guys already, but this is when Sexy Red her first release through Gamma, when she signed with them, right? This is like literally the album cover of that mixtape. There's also, what else here for Gamma? Gamma is also tied to the clouds that we see up here. And there's also Low Shimmy. Low Shimmy is also featured in this. Now, like I talked to you guys about yesterday, we got Bucky's Independent. Obviously, he's linked up with that billionaire now, Tillman Fertitta. Drake is in business with this guy, right? He definitely is. And that guy is very powerful. So he's either, like, I don't want to say he's going with Gamma, but something's happening, man. Something's happening. And Low Shimmy is up here. Let's keep going. Right. I'm getting close, man. I'm getting close. I'm not that close. Right here, right? That's Low Shimmy. And let's look at who Low Shimmy is with. Who is he signed to? Currently associated with Gamma, Larry Jackson Entertainment, Open Shift Distribution. Another person with Gamma. Shout out to Great Creek Gator, 3 months of membership. Why wouldn't he just go independent with OVO Sound? I think it's a lot of work, man. Like, being independent is not like he could just, yes, he got a lot of money. Like, Drake got a lot of resources, but being independent's a pretty big headache. There's a lot of work involved with it. So I think he's got a pretty good relationship with Larry Jackson already. Clearly, he's been feeding that side, whether it be Four Bats, Sexy Red. Obviously now maybe Low Shimmy is on the album. I don't know. But he's definitely feeding that apparatus, right? So it's very possible. It's very possible, right? Multi-M335, thank you for the 2. Notice how the images are static and check the com. Yeah, I think this is something that they overlaid on top with like the lines going across. They're not supposed to be there. I will tell you, I saw the original zine myself. I saw the actual original zine in like a PDF document, and it looks like they added these lines to the website. I'm not sure why they did. I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe just in case if someone started circulating things, they would know it came from their site. I don't know. But you guys got to admit, the references to gamma is pretty interesting. This is another example too of like with the rape of Mike Tyson. It's another example of the media running with the story. Now, I think this one in particular, Paper Magazine, I think this magazine was actually on Mike Tyson's side. I think they're one of few outlets that told the story in a way that I think they believed he was innocent. But I think this is something that Mike Tyson still completely denies to this day, right? And I believe I was watching some stuff about it on YouTube. I think that woman accused multiple people of doing it. I don't want to say too much because it's obviously a touchy subject, right? But he will be out of the contract and won't be bound by his hiatus rule. Lucian might be out if it's proven. Now, another interesting thing, too, is apparently Taylor Swift got some sort of 48-hour countdown on her website. Or she did. What's her website? Taylor Swift website. But that was a few days ago. What is this? Is it just her dropping? Like I'm not all in on what was the 48-hour thing. What did Taylor Swift drop after the 48-hour clock? Website briefly featured a 48-hour countdown, then appeared was removed within minutes, sparking intense speculation amongst fans rather than immediate wide. Okay, so she had it up there for a minute, and then she took it down. I wonder why, bro. Because she's under UMG too, as far as I know. Yeah, so she's under there as well. Right? And the thing that's crazy, bro, is like she had a Pinocchio behind her in a recent thing. Like if you look right here, you see it got like a little Pinocchio back there. And apparently she's known for doing these she's known for doing these Easter eggs and stuff. Apparently her fans are going crazy. Like I don't know if we could look up some theories on why she did the 48-hour thing, but like we got to keep an eye on what she's doing too, right? Because she is the only, like Drake said, the only person that can make him push his shit back is her. Taylor Swift 48-hour countdown breakdown. Who got here? Wait, what's this? I'll go explain. Let's see why she did this. Wait, there's this one chick. She's kind of like the female fucking what's the dirt? like, let me see. She's mad nerdy. Let me see if I can find her. It's funny. I can't find her. She's like pretty nerdy too. I'll know when I see her. Whatever. Let's just find out what the theories are. Let's look. I'm curious. Oh, it didn't even bring it to me there. I guess I will do it on YouTube.
Taylor Swift just did something that confused the entire internet. A 48-hour countdown appeared on her website and then suddenly disappeared. Now fans are trying to figure out what just happened? Hey guys, welcome back. So right now, Taylor Swift fans, also known as Swifties, are in full detective mode, and honestly, you can't blame them.
Is this AI? I hate supporting anything that's AI. I'd rather like support a actual creator. What's this guy saying? He's not doing nothing. Like, just look at this. Like what's the... I'm a creator. I'm a creator, man. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
For the third time, the collector's edition deluxe CDs for the Torture Post department have restocked online. And with another restock,
No, that looks old. That looks old. I don't know why she's doing it. But I do like to keep an eye on her. Drake on related website is updated. Okay, we'll check that out right now. Shout out to East 6 for the 10. Sophia Richie Grange being featured on Plot Twist. For what it's worth, May 15th is celebrated by some as the Feast of Saint Sophia, sometimes called Cold Sophia. Interesting. Let me look that up. The what? The Feast of Saint Sophia. The Feast of Saint Sophia. The primary feast, wait, you said, May 15th is celebrated as the feast day of Saint Sophia in some Catholic traditions known as Cold Sophia in Germany. Yeah, I mean, she showed up multiple times on the Plot Twist, like not just once. First of all, I think that's Sabrina Carpenter. I still don't know why she's there. But Sophia Grange showed up more than once. At first, I think she was the profile picture, wasn't she, of the whole thing? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was always there she is right there, right? And there's another one of her that he posted with like, here she is again. It was the first thing he posted on here. The first thing that ever got, no, wait, it's loading. It's loading. I'm wrong. I thought it was the first thing. So, yeah, I don't know. And then a lot of people said about Iceman episode 3, a lot of people felt like it looked like her. Like it was like a lookalike, right? Which I kind of agree. Like I could see what they're talking right here. And the pants that she's wearing here is the Concrete Boys little yachty thing. And I think Sophia might have did some stuff with Concrete Boys. Let me look. Sophia Grange Concrete Boys. Let me see. Sophia Grange is now. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not, right? But it's interesting because in here they've got like the girl in the video is wearing rapper merch, right? The girl that looks like Sophia is wearing rapper merch, which is Lil Yachty's merch. And we just looked at the photo of Sophia wearing OVO. That could be a reach, but you get what I'm saying. See, this was it right here. So, I mean, like, why does she keep coming up? Is he just being petty? Because I think it's safe to assume that Drake probably did smash her. I think he slept with her, probably. There's maybe a good chance of that. Maybe he's just, like, rubbing that in their faces. Or maybe she pillow talked and said some shit maybe she wasn't supposed to say. Or who knows, man? Who knows? Drake related. Okay. Drake related. The official website. Oh. So this is all through Drake's Dream. This is through Drake's company, Dream Crew, where they do these really cool, like kind of tour things, right? So let's take a look at what we got. We got the G-Wagons. We got the Rolls Royce. Everything is froze over. The embassy here. Okay, let's go back this way first. Enter the pool. Oh, wow. The pool is completely froze over, right? We got a few things we could click on here. What's this? Enter the bedroom. What's this? We got the Nocta. Okay, so it links you to the products, obviously, right? It links you to the products, but let's go back. We got Nocta here, Nocta slides. We got the Hotline Bling beach towel. Okay. All right. What else we got? Any little hidden things here? Let's like make sure to look, right? Is that a world right there? Freeze the world. Yeah. You see that globe right there? That's a reference to Freeze the World right there. What's this here? That's the Hotline Bling towel. What else we got here? Couple sneakers there. The umbrellas. We got the pillows. We got a bunch of tables here. Apparently, this is like a full-on, like one-to-one thing of his house. Obviously, his house doesn't look exactly like this, but I think like the architectural side of it, it's apparently bang on. So yeah, that's a reference to Freeze the World there for sure. And I don't know about these little clouds here or these little snow things. Let's go back. I think we're pretty much done with that page. Okay, so we just went that way. We could go to the pool. We can go to Enter El Chico Studios. Let's go check that out. Oh shit. So there's a lot of changes on here. There's a lot of changes, right? So what we got here? We got the bike that's froze. These are like maybe all different t-shirt designs and stuff that they did. Enter the front. What's this? Scorpion sweatpants. He's gonna do the vinyls through here, I think. Or either that he's doing them through Amazon. I don't know yet. Got the Scorpion sweatpants. Okay. What else we got here? Let's keep going. We got the lamp. Some boxes here. T-shirt there. Is it air conditioner? We got, that's the scary hours right there. That's the scary hours right there. Right? What was that? Oh, it made me download something. Oh. Wickman instrumental? On this site. Like it's not done yet. There's a menu here. Let's look. Albums, projects, tour, shop all. Let's just see what they got on here. So they are selling vinyls on here now. See? They're selling vinyls, and they probably were already. But they're definitely going to be selling Iceman vinyls on here. That's the Nokia stuff. The very expensive hoodie. All these things are sold out, though. People bought all these. Nothing's left. Oh, this one here's there. Someone Loves Me in Toronto. But did you guys see anything on that I missed? Shout out to Jackson E123 for the sub. Thank you very much. Classic instrumental. Stop with the foolishness. Bundles. He finna sell 750, 800K. Well, the thing is, did he change the Amazon site yet? Because last time we checked, the Amazon warehouse was still like the Valentine's theme, right? So they went all out doing this on here with some sexy songs for you. And if they do this for Iceman, bro, which I'm kind of expecting they will, with vinyls, he could definitely push well into like the 700K, 650, maybe even more, right? Shout out to Zahu RBX with the 2. I found a secret one-type rooms Air Drake URL. You found a secret one-type room Air Drake URL? Where is that at? Air Drake URL. This one? I think this was here before, right? We've seen this before, but is anything changed? Like, is there anything new? And this is all Dream Crew that puts this together, right? His company. Got the Raptor's head. I think most of these things were already there before, if this was what you were talking about. What do I think about the Scary Hours 4 rumor? I mean, if you look at the video that he did for, I think, Scary Hours 3, right? Like the trailer. This trailer always seemed kind of eerie to me. Like it seemed like it was leading into something else, always. We'll watch it.
I'll say this to you. I feel no need to appease anybody. I feel so confident about the body of work that I just dropped that I know I could go and disappear for whatever, 6 months, a year, 2 years, even though I'm not really like into the lengthy, super lengthy disappearances for the sake of mystery, but
a little bit of a Kendrick shot there, maybe.
You know, ultimately, it's coming to me in a way that...
And again, he's wearing that long-ass fucking coat, too, right? Like, he's been seen with this long coat. Like, maybe I'm reaching on this, but in episode 3 at the end, he's wearing that long coat. He just was seen wearing it again at the cemetery.
I haven't experienced maybe since, like, if you're reading this, where it's just kind of like, I feel like I'm on drugs. I feel like I'm in that mental state without doing anything. I did those songs in the last 5 days. I didn't have one bar written down for those songs on the night that For All the Dogs dropped. It's not like I'm picking up from some unfinished shit, you know. This is just, it's happening on its own. And, you know, who am I to...
Like, yo, this is like, this is a theater, bro. It's a theater. It's a reach. Yeah, it could be a reach. Look, I'm not... Look, I've been known to reach here and there, you know what I mean? Like, that's just the fun in doing theories.
Fight it, right? And to fight back against the right thing would be, well, you know.
So he goes to fight back against the...
Who am I to fight it, right? And to fight back against the right thing would be, well, you know.
Because why do all this, bro? Why do all this for the Scary Out? Like, what? Why go through all this for just those? You know what I mean? Does anyone know what record, like what they're playing? What is the song that they're playing? This symphony or whatever. No, this did come before the beef. It did. This is like right after For All the Dogs. Kevin Durant's on there too, eh? The newest entry in the Scary Hours series coming soon. Shout out to Omar for the 5. Thank you so much. 5 from JXV88. Eric Jackson on X. He's got some interesting things to say about Iceman and Drake's label. Yeah, I'll look him up, and thank you again for the 2. Look him up. Okay, we can look him up. I definitely found this trailer interesting, right? Like, we don't know how long he's been planning Iceman. We don't know. People are still watching it now, but yeah, we can look him up, Eric. That Eric Jackson guy, I think I know who you're talking about, and he's just being really weird, and he's like out front of, yeah, this guy. So mostly what this guy's doing is he's trying to promote his AI company. And he's been like pretty much stalking Drake. At one point, he was outside of his home trying to get him to invest in some crypto thing. And most of the stuff that he's been doing, it looks like he's just using AI. You could see, look, Bitcoin and stuff like that. So it's another one of those people who's kind of, yeah, he's sharing information about Drake, sure, but he's doing it for, he's trying to promote something, right? He's trying to, well, let me find an example. Drake's Iceman is currently forecasted to debut at 521K first week per Kalshi users. This would mark his highest opening week since CLB. Yeah, I think it'll be in that range. 500 plus. I think it's doing 5. Between 4 and 5, maybe. But it depends on what he does, right? It depends on what he does. But we can look at some of this guys. Oh, did you see this thing with the Cavs? The Cavs trolled Drake, eh? Troll Drake. Yeah, you see this? Defrosted. The Cavs take targeted aim at the Raptors. Drake after Game 7. Just look at this. They posted like, let's see. We'll watch like the news thing on it.
The Cleveland Cavaliers used their Game 7 win over the Raptors to tease Drake. The original ice sculpture was used in downtown Toronto on April 20th as part of the Iceman album rollout. Cleveland shared this photo on social media. Their ice block included a Cavs W at its center and lists the former site of the sculpture as Dundas and Bond Streets, the location of Drake's structure.
Look, I will tell you this, man. There's not a single person
Our daughter
in the history of hip hop that is at the level of Drake where like these sporting teams are trolling him. Like I can remember when it happened with, remember when the Toronto Blue Jays went up against the Dodgers? It was the same thing. It was the exact same thing. Dodgers, I think you type in Dodgers troll Drake. That was crazy too because we forget about that, but remember how like right after the battle, pretty much, was it shortly after where the Dodgers played the Blue Jays in the World Series and the Dodgers won in Game 7, right? And I think the Dodgers trolled Drake too. If it wasn't the Dodgers, it was some of the players. Yeah, the Dodgers trolled Drake.
L Fest continue.
Oh, fuck this dude. This is like, did this guy ever stop? I wonder if he stopped making content about Drake. I doubt it. Oh my God. Look. Oh, it looks like he's slowed down on the content maybe. Okay. Good riddance. Let's see. Twin Casper's W Money image could be an album cover. It could be. We don't know what the album cover is going to be yet. It's interesting, right? But yeah, this Eric Jackson guy, I don't know about this guy, man. Like, let me see.
My Iceman first week call was 250,000, but the data's changed recently. It's now 525.
No, like that just tells me right off rip, like it's still promotion, right? Yeah, shout out to Jay Crawford. Now, this guy's definitely trying to promote something. He's kind of camping out in front of Drake's house, making these like AI type videos. And just like a week ago, he claimed that Drake would only sell 200K, which anyone who knows anything about anything knows that he's doing way more than that. But it looks like he's saying the data changed. So let's
now 525. Let me show you how it's changed. 3 inputs have moved recently. Billboard's ad-supported streaming weighting increased in January, roughly 20% unit boost on a typical paid ad mix. And Drake's catalog hit a 2026 record streaming day on April 30th with 0 releases this year. And the latest activation pattern is different than I modeled. So let me show you and walk you through the math. Taylor Swift's Tortured Poets Department, April 2024.
I don't know. I'm not watching this guy, man. It's just too boring for me. It's too boring. So what we got? I blocked this. Oh, what's the Dirt's family? What is this?
Shitting on
I'm anti people who could put together a 16-year career and not talk about anything that's not represented. That big.
Let me see.
I'm not like anti-Drake. I'm anti-lawsuits. You know what I mean? I don't think people should be suing over rap battles. You know, I'm anti.
Before he sued, you was shitting on him.
I'm anti people who could put together a 16-year career and not talk about anything that's not represented. That's bigger than them or can speak for things that are relevant in their community. Okay, I'm biased against people who have like one perspective in rapping. If you've never tried like a third person storytelling, you never tried to be somebody else in your rap, you just rap about who made you mad and which girl.
Yeah, I mean, it's his opinion, right? It's his opinion at the end of the day. Is the chat disconnected? Because like it looks like something's bugging here. It said chat disconnected. Let me see. The fuck? Bring this over here. Okay, right here. I can still see my chat. What we got? Here we go again. Yeah, I mean, like, but I disagree that Drake hasn't talked about anything in his 16-year career, man. I think Drake has talked about a lot of things. Maybe he might not have been, like, crazy political, but he's definitely talked about a lot of things that clearly a lot of people resonate with, and it's not just fucking bitches and jewelry and getting money. It's way more than that, man. Drake's been crazy vulnerable throughout his career. He's been arguably a lot more vulnerable than most rappers. I would say 90% of them. So we're going to see what he does. We're going to see what he does on the album, right? Shout out to Birdie with the 10. Salute. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the 10, man. Much, much appreciated. Much appreciated. What are you guys saying? Most introspective rapper in history. He's definitely up there. You know, he's definitely up there. Check new in the community. Okay, we'll take a look at the community. I'm kind of shooting the shit with you guys here tonight. So, communities. Let's go to the What's the Dirt community. By the way, if you guys want me to check out anything in particular, you could always throw it into the What's the Dirt community. We check it pretty much every stream. So what are we saying here? Double ST. He's got the Scary Hours with the, okay, and the Michael Myers. Interesting, the Halloween. We got MJ, smoking a cig. Drake, the Horses. Ice News Issue 2. Issue 2, like, do you guys think we're getting another one? Because I do. I don't think it's the end of the Ice News. Just because they called it Issue 1. I feel like there's more coming, which I'm excited to get that breakdown out. No matter what, I'm getting it out by Friday. Thursday, Friday. So that video is going to be out, and please support when it goes out, because I know I've been late with it. In your most recent stream, you were talking about the billionaire Drake is friends with and being posted up in front of Buc-ee's, and I wanted to propose a theory. Alpin was the originator of Buc-ee's and teamed up with Wasik in order to expand. Ooh. Maybe similar plan with Tillman. That's interesting, bro. I thought that they both started together. Let's look. Buc-ee's gas station. Okay, so let's go history. Okay, it was founded by Alpine. And he formed the name Buc-ee's. Okay, so he made it. And when did he link up with the other dude? When did he link up with the other dude? Let me see. What did you say the other guy's name was? The other guy's name was let me see here. Wasik. It don't even have him on the main page. Like, when did Wasik join Buc-ee's? Let's look that up. When did join Buc-ee's. He partnered to expand Buc-ee's in 1985. Ah, that is interesting, bro. Because I thought two of them like made it together. Because I know it's an independent gas station. And then that's even more interesting that you mentioned that because just off the fact that, like, let's go to that slide real quick. Right here, right? Yeah, that's interesting because Buc-ee's, you see Buc-ee's in the background, right? Buc-ee's is right there. So I thought it was actually two of them that started it together. I know they're independent. I know that like big gas stations and corporations have tried to buy them out and they refuse to do it. And they've kept like the business in the family. Okay, so one guy started it. And then 3-4 years later, he brought in this other guy to expand it, assuming the other guy had a lot more resources and money. So now you got Drake with Post Oak, right? And that's linked to that billionaire. He's got Post Oak on his vehicle. And that's Tillman Fertitta, who's worth $14 billion. I think he's the current... He's the number 248 list. He's the number 248 most richest people in the world. And Drake has become friends with this dude. And he's in business with him. So is Drake doing something? The thing about this guy, right? This Tillman Fertitta guy, he's got a we've seen them appear at a lot of games and stuff, but he's got a company called Fertitta Entertainment. And he's not into music. He's not in the music business yet, possibly, right? But someone with his pull could pretty much do whatever he wants, really. So what? Let's go into Fertitta Entertainment. Fertitta Entertainment is a holding company. Yeah, he owns Lodries, the Houston Rockets, the Golden Nuggets. What else does he own? He owns a bunch of restaurants. So he's kind of in the entertainment business already, but not the music side. So that's interesting parallel with the Buc-ee's thing. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's very interesting. This is why we got the Worcester community, by the way, for any theories like that. Rye B. Seems like every time a Canadian team loses in postseason, the opposing team social media personnel uses Drake's influence. That's a fact. That's what we were just talking about. Like, I don't think there's too many other people in music that were like huge sports franchises. I mean, like, I get it. Like, this never happened in sports years ago. It never used to happen. But now with social media and stuff, I get it. It ramps up people. People will share this. You know, it's. I think it's good for the sport, but you know, it is what it is. I can be reaching. Oh, thank you for the 5, John Austin. I can be reaching, but I think Iceman is an anagram for cinema, due to the fact there's a lot of visuals dropped and being released. You're not the first person to mention that, bro, at all. At all. Like, I think if you type in Iceman cinema, I thought that, let me see. Obviously, there's movies called The Iceman based off the character, right? But yeah, if you rearrange Iceman, it spells cinema. It does. So no, I don't think you're reaching, especially with everything he's been doing, right? Like, it's pretty clear he's filming some sort of music video or something. Let me see what else is in the community here. Let me just refresh. I don't want to miss anything. And by the way, if Yana is watching, because Yana apparently, I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, but Yana is like someone who sends donations quite often. I think she got upset yesterday because I missed the donation, but my OBS wasn't working. I asked you to DM me. I didn't get a DM, and I even put on Twitter last night, look, if anyone, like Yana, please reach out to me, right? So, yeah, I wanted to talk to you personally, right? If you want to reach out. I don't want to miss super chats, right? Like, I really, really don't want to be doing that. That's not a good look, so I apologize for that. Let's see. So, yeah, we could check on, let's see what's going on the home page. Everything right now is Drake. To me, everything right now is Drake. That's all anyone's really talking about. That's all is really interesting. It's taken over the music business. Nothing else is really, really being talked about right now except for Iceman. What does it say? Dijon Paul, why does no one ever talk about how model and actress Ashley Martineau shared photos of her blackened eye and battered face and accused TDE founder Anthony Top Dog Tiffith of abusing her? Wow.
Ashley Martell has surfaced where she's claiming the hip-hop mogul and TDE label owner physically abused her. She even shared photographic evidence after making a tweet.
So this guy, Dijon, right? He was on a podcast back on Fig, which is an LA TDE affiliated podcast, right? And something happened between him where he fell out with those guys. And ever since, bro, like, I know all the OVO people beyond TDE's bumper like crazy, but no one's been like this guy yet, because ever since whatever TDE did to piss this dude off, he's been going off for the last week. I never even heard about this before. I never heard tell of Anthony Top Dog abused anyone. This is news to me.
Alleging the physical abuse. For those of you who don't know, Ashley Martell is a popular internet personality and model who is best known for being a part of Taz's Angels. She has over 1 million followers on Instagram. She's pretty viral. And so I'm surprised that no other hip-hop media platforms, especially the one on the West Coast, have covered this topic at all. But anyways, so on July 19th, Ashley tweeted, "Liar, cheater, and abuser," and tagged Top Dog's personal Twitter. I think his personal Twitter is like @Danger, Root, Powwow, whatever that means. He clearly was a danger to her because she also took to Instagram to post a very graphic, obscene photo of her black.
Holy, I did not see this before, bro. What? Did you guys know about this?
And bloody eye and battered face. Ashley Martell has surfaced where she's claiming that.
That's crazy, bro. I did not know that. It's the first I ever heard about it. You say it came out around a beef 2 years ago? That's the first I heard about it. It's the first I heard about it. Shout out to Deshaun Robinson with the 10. Thank you very much. If Drake drops a single before the album, how would you break it down? Would you do a video breaking it down on live stream and break it down right away? I think what I'll do, bro, 100%, like, I'll do the initial reaction with you guys. Like, the minute something drops, I'll go live, kind of like we do for the Iceman streams, right? Where we watch it together, we talk about it, and then after that, I kind of go into hiding and I just do my breakdown and I'll put out like a video. But anything that happens with Iceman, I'm going to be watching with you guys, you know, and discussing with you guys in the chat what you guys think about it first, and we'll watch it and consume it all at the same time, right? That's kind of the way we've been doing it, and I think I like doing it that way, you know? So I'm going to continue doing it that way. Thank you for the support too, bro, by the way. What else we got on here? The Drake stimulus package continues to change lives while Kendrick's cosigns just end up in poverty. Academics TV is crazy, bro. Like,
Make this look appealingly not messy. This is all. What's up, guys? It's Kishka here today with KFC in collaboration with Spice.
Yo, this dude literally said, bro, this Kishka streamer, that moment of him finding that book in the ice changed his life. His career has just been going up. I saw him with Agent, huge streamer. I don't know if he was with them before. I didn't know anything about this guy before, to be honest. The first I ever heard of him was this stream. But now look, he's working with KFC. Look, like he's getting a bag from KFC right now. That's crazy.
And today we're gonna be tasting the Zinger Drip sandwich with the Zinger Drip popcorn chicken. How do we make this look appealingly not messy? This is all spice, man. All right, I'm gonna take the first bite out of this.
So good for this. You know, the thing about this kid, I've only watched a bit of his content, but I think he's got really good energy. He seems like very genuine. He's got this he's got this aura about him, right? I think I like to see stuff like this happen for people like this, right?
This is spicy. I need some ice. It is kind of spicy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So good for this dude, man. So yeah, his career apparently has just completely went up. What's Screwface saying? I've been in dozens of beefs and battles. I've had countless diss songs and negative videos made on me saying that. Okay, so he's talking about that. This is crazy. The David and Kendrick thing. What we got? We got Ant from the NFR podcast, or sorry, Anthony and Lou from the NFR
around
podcast.
that, or like,
so they apparently did like a live talking about like Views and how Views has aged, because I think Fantano gave Views like a really terrible rating, which I'm not surprised from him, but
you know, people saying Ye is a colonizer and so on and so forth, which, you know, words like that I feel like are getting thrown around more and more. Even by white commentators, which I find to be kind of like ridiculous, frankly, since, you know, the beef with Kendrick Lamar. It sort of feels like since Kendrick put those words to those songs, and I enjoy those songs, the effect of that, unfortunately, has sort of been like, everybody who pays attention to these music styles and has these conversations is like, okay, I've basically been given the green light to like say and echo all of this now.
Ding, 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 Fantano. Wow, I never thought I heard you say it, buddy. I never thought I'd hear you admit to it. He's admitting that the angles that Kendrick took in the beef has had massive negative impact on hip-hop and people in it. So much so that you have white creators saying things like, Drake is a colonizer comfortably, which is crazy. Like, you know, and the way it works, if particular white dude said that, like someone like me, that's like a cancelable offense. But it depends on if you're riding with Team Kendrick, it's okay, right? But if you're over close to the Drake side, that's a cancelable offense. But he's 100% right. Like, I mean, I've been saying this since the beef ended. I've been saying this. It's done terrible things.
Now, which, like, okay, pause. Because
yeah,
like
for sure.
you're not in a battle with the guy, you know what I mean? It's like there's definitely a line between like saying things about Drake and saying things about his music that are negative in sort of like a critical way, in the way that somebody who's reviewing his music in a fashion where you're trying to communicate to an audience like what works for you about it and what doesn't. And there's ways that you can criticize his music that are like really personal. Maybe that would be fine if you were in a rap battle with the guy, but like you're not, you know? So it's like, you know, if and not to say that you can't criticize these elements of his music, you absolutely can. And, you know.
Yeah, you're allowed to be like, you know, okay, I listened to this Drake album. Here's why it's not for me. Here's the things I thought he did well. That's fine. That's just reviewing the music. But once you get into identity politics or even saying things like broad statements like, oh, for fucking 15 years, Drake has never said anything introspective. That's just not true.
I kind of want to like make it clear that like when I find these tracks underwhelming and I find the adoption of certain like accents or elements to be a little kind of corny or uninteresting, I'm kind of coming at this from the standpoint of somebody who absolutely loves dub reggae, loves artists who have also.
It's interesting to see Fantano mention that, because like I never thought I'd hear him actually say that. You know, the angles that Kendrick took in the beef had negative ramifications on people and made people feel comfortable enough to say things that normally would be crazy to fucking say, right? Normally it would be crazy. DJ Academics responds to Wayno saying Drake lacks perspective.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Wayno,
perspective in his music in a long time. Now, we could all agree that there was one.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
No, that's not true. We just talked about this, right? Drake has talked about a lot in his music, man. Like, the only people who really say that about Drake are people who aren't familiar with his catalog. Like, they might just know the things that they hear on the radio or at the club. They're not going into the B-side things. They're not actually listening to his albums. Otherwise, you wouldn't say that, right?
Wayno, and for anybody else, I've said this unapologetically for years. I don't want Drake to rap like a 40-year-old. I'm good. Just like Future. If Future start making 50-year-old music, I'm good too. I don't want to hear that. Future is Future, and Drake is Drake. Drake is always going to embody a certain perspective. We don't need everybody to be telling us about their colonoscopy and yo, I got a kid and shit is hard. We don't need everybody to transition into Grandpa Hove. When we go to Drake, it's lifestyle shit, but
Look, I think Drake will get there, though. That's the thing. Like, Drake, no, he's not married. He doesn't have kids. You know, his perspective is his perspective on life and his life as it is. It is what it is, right? Thank you for the 5, Cam5112. I'm not sure if you meant to include like a super chat, but if you did, just like write it in the comments because you didn't put anything for it. 5 from Link Storm. Fantano was one of the main people doing what he's talking about, though. Yeah, I thought there was a clip of Fantano literally doing that. Yeah, you're right, actually. Fantano talks Drake blackness. Where is it? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Talks Drake colonizer? No, here it is.
I really saw a lot of your tweets during this Drake and Kendrick thing last year.
Sure.
Did you find it entertaining?
Yeah.
What is they?
I think from my personal outsider perspective, having, listened to and reviewed a great deal of Kendrick's music and looking at that song, when you're kind of like looking at it outside of the greater context of like the beef between him and Drake, I feel like the they is super clear in terms of like, in terms of him and his entourage, but also in his own way, Kendrick is trying to paint Drake. I'm saying this is what Kendrick is insinuating in the song. He's trying to paint Drake as culturally being outside of the black experience in a way.
Kamala Harris was told that she's not black, and there was an outrage.
Sure.
It's confusing to me why there wasn't a similar response. Why what happened with Drake was treated differently, right?
Well, I mean, I think those were happening in two far different contexts.
Well, I mean, like Drake's like black, right?
I mean, yeah, I can't deny that. I feel like for Kendrick, what he was trying to get across on the track, because when you literally talk about sort of like who he collabs with and where he goes to sort of like make these kind of cultural connections and sort of like align himself with certain segments of hip hop music.
But like a lot of people collab with people from different regions. Like that's not like they would only say that to Drake because of where he's from and his ethnicity. Like it's a double standard because it happens a lot. When Drake collabs with someone from Atlanta, he's stealing Atlanta's sound. When someone else does, it's just a collaboration. You know what I mean?
I think he's sort of displaying that as more of a cultural black.
I think we just had a nice time when Drake was here. We've had a lot of nice times while Drake was playing.
It's ironic, though. Like, he was just talking about how comfortable white people have come into space to the point where they're even calling Drake a colonizer, but he's like breaking this down. You know what I mean? In this way, it's pretty ironic.
I think now we have to know what a tariff is and stuff because Drake went away. I guess I just miss him.
He's still around.
No, everyone's laughing at him for being a nonce.
Well, so you can't be into Drake because other people aren't.
How do you deal with people being mad at you? I'm doing it right now to you, and you're a good guy. The most famous male pop star of the last 15 years DM'd you and said that he thinks you're a 0 or like a light 1. I mean, it's crazy. Drake is the most famous male pop star, and you got Rent Free in there.
Yeah, I'm still rent free in there.
Wait, that upset you? Your response there is that's a genuine response.
No, I'm saying I still.
Now, ever since then, Fantano took that, from what I could tell, really personally, because he's like, ever since that point, he's been even more critical of Drake. Now that he knows Drake really don't like him, it's gotten worse, I feel. Jack Ananoff reveals how a random text from Soundwave led to him working on Kendrick Lamar's music for 3 years. I have a band with Soundwave, blah, blah, blah. We don't care, buddy. Whack 100. Let's see what else we got. We got to see if there's anything else about Drake here, chat. It's all Drake at this point. What's this? Aaron, the first black transgender woman with cerebral palsy, signed to a major modeling agency. Okay. Katy Perry sets herself on fire for the Met Gala. What the? What the fuck? Is this real? Go! What the fuck? I'm sorry to laugh. Like, it's just like, is this real? I'm like, it's not funny, right? But, you know. Go! What the fuck? I'm sorry, man. It's not funny, but like. 2, 1, light. Go. This is like a bit, right? Go. Is this real? Oh wait, this video is behind the scenes footage of a controlled fire stunt from Katy Perry's Watch It Burn. Okay. She attended to. Okay. I'm sorry. Like, the community, no, buddy. Yeah, okay. I fell for it. It looked pretty real, though. It will obviously, like, it was a controlled thing, but it could have fooled me. Could have fooled me. Camilo Anthony Iceman prediction says it will be his most vulnerable project.
For the whole summer, that's what we need. You know what I'm saying?
I think Dre's gonna
shut the fuck up.
No.
Give me 4 different accents and give me summer bangers.
Like, bro, like, we don't care. Like, he's not making the album for you, though. Sorry.
For the whole summer, that's what we need. You know what I'm saying?
I think Dre's gonna give you a project.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's been, it's just, I don't know. It's just my opinion, what I think. If you looking at the rollout, you feeling the energy that you know, that he's having right now. I think he's gonna put together a really, really good project. Like,
it's so, like, a really good project. Great commentary. No, honestly, like, I feel like Drake has given us a couple different versions of himself. First and foremost, we're getting Iceman. And Iceman is something that Drake has never done, which is why it says Iceman written by Aubrey Graham, not Drake in the zine. Meaning Drake, the character that is Drake, has never done anything like Iceman. So it's going to be a completely different thing. And if you think about what Iceman is, like the bombs, the shit going up, I think he's going to be talking crazy on Iceman. Either that is just going to be a bunch of hits. Either way, he's taken over. He's taken over. Iceman is a cultural movement. Is this a cleaner? A cleaner got the Iceman thing. Okay. Got the Iceman blue. Right on. Good for this dude. Got the Pinocchio with the Iceman era. You guys see that little baby seemingly has sought it with Drake?
Got one semi-hit.
I can imagine. I didn't see this yet, but I want to see what Axe said about this because I know he hates Lil Baby.
He about to make 30 songs like it, nigga. You know how he made 30 songs like Whoa? Like, he made 30 songs like that? He got Mrs. Trendsetter. He gonna make Mr. Trendsetter. Like, we good, gang. Like, stay your ass in that.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing Drake with Lil Baby again. I feel like the stuff that they did, I liked. I don't hate Lil Baby, though. Like, I like Lil Baby's music. Nothing against him whatsoever. Mott Hill, Imani, and Ice on their new relationship. Okay, let's see. What else we got, chat? I'm just kind of scrolling through and seeing what we got. Scary Hours, they posted this. Ain't no fucking way he's saying this. Yeah, straight up. Let's see. Close-up shots. I don't know. Are these close-up shots? Look at that, though, eh? Is this AI, though? I can't tell anymore. Because this seems a little bit too perfect. You got the CN Tower there. Like, that's a nice shot if this is real. I can't tell anymore what's real and what's fake. It's got the Iceman, like, and that Iceman you're seeing there is exactly the same as the one with sexy red, right? Same logo. Right there. Like the that typography style of it, or that logo design. And then like the cow thing, this thing here looks like obviously paying maybe homage to Texas or but it's modified. It looks like it's like a custom thing. It looks like holographic though. What a shot though. If that's real, that's a crazy shot. With CN Tower in the back. That's really dope. Does it have the owl too on the thing? Look at that. I'm starting to think it could be AI. Nah, it's made by a graphic designer, not AI. Okay, so it's real, but it's like modified behind the scenes, right? Refresh the community. Okay, we can do that. We could do that. More communities. Let's see here. What's the dirt? You said there's something new in there. 2 goats that went against the industry. Facts. He did. And that's the thing. Actually, you know what's interesting about this now that you bring it up? When Michael did this, it's kind of in like a zine style. Like the way that this protest images that he's using with the X's and like the overall style of it, you would swear it came from something like this. Something like this zine, right? It's like in that style. He did go against the industry. And remember when I think it was LaToya Jackson says Michael will be killed. Watch this. And I think it's Whoopi Goldberg who tells her, like, no.
He told me over and over and over. When he first told me, LaToya, they're going to kill me. I said, who, Michael? First, I thought you're Michael Jackson. Nobody in their right mind would ever think of doing anything like this to you. That's what you think. He says, no, but you don't understand. And then I saw how serious he was. He said, it's bigger than what you think. I said, well, Michael, what is it? He said, it's my publishing. They're after my publishing. They want to take it. As you guys know, my brother had one of the largest catalogs in the world, meaning music-wise.
The Beatles collection was one of them.
He owned the Beatles, yes.
Yeah.
There's an elevator music that you hear, just everything, basically a piece of every artist.
I'm really intrigued because you say that there was somebody at this house and you know who it was. Can you say who it was?
No, I cannot say because there were other people in the house as well. Because I prefer not to at the moment, but I will say this. I would love to have a one-on-one with several people. One person I would love to have.
Safe?
I would love to have a one-on-one with probably.
I mean, I don't know if you say that because you think that you could.
She stops her. She goes, don't say the name. Don't, you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know if you say that because you think that you could.
She had her back there, right? But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different conspiracies on how Michael was killed. We heard Drake say it in That's Just How I Feel, right? He said it right here. Drake's catalog is massive.
Me to speak from the heart, they think that my soul's free. All of them summers of slappers, baby, you owe me. For real. Probably would slow me down if I carried my trophies. Maybe when no one's around, I rap like the old me. I used to put chains on all of the necks of my broskies, my OGs. Yeah. And now to remember, I took the chains and I broke free. I wonder how long I'll be at the top if they don't kill me. I wonder how long it'll take them to count out 2,000 million.
Like that?
So, you know, he's been talking about these things, and people thought Drake was kind of corny for like wearing the bulletproof vest and stuff like that. But I think Drake got to be moving in a certain way, man, because you just don't know. You just don't know. He's been wearing these vests and shit. Remember when he had like the smoke coming out of people clowned him for that too. But I thought that was a really dope visual. Drake walking out with the smoke out of the hoodies, like the bullet holes. And that's based on a character too. I did a video on it. I can't remember off top now. With he was walking out with "Over My Dead Body" with this. I thought that was really hard. That was pretty tough. But yeah, it's interesting you mentioned this, man, because Drake is doing the exact same thing right now with UMG. He got Sony sucks, right? And Drake is saying UMG sucks, more or less. I mean, he's got a picture of Lucian Grange high-fiving Dr. Dre with a "You Are Dust" over his head. He's suing the label. It's really interesting. And what's even more interesting is Drake will probably beat Michael Jackson's Billboard record for the most number ones when this album drops. He will surpass Michael Jackson with this album. So is he going to do a tribute to Michael? I saw there's a few theories about that, like about the Thriller thing, right? Jackson, Thriller, full video. I definitely can't react to this though on here. 13 minutes long. What does it say? In the beginning, due to my strong personal convictions, I wish to stress that this film in no way endorses the belief of the occult. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't believe.
I mean, is there anything in here that Drake has been, any visuals in here that Drake has been referencing at all? Like whether it be the jackets, like that's kind of the stuff you got to look for. Obviously, this is iconic. This is probably one of the most viewed things on YouTube, is it? 1 billion. Yeah, I figured it'd be more than that. 1.1 billion streams. You got to look for links and stuff, right, to see if there's anything in particular. I almost got to watch it again. I can't watch it on stream, right? Or I'll get completely... I'm sure something like this will make it go down. Shout out to Cam512 for the 5. Thank you. If Drake played UMG and dropped Scary Hours 4 this Friday, do you think UMG would block it if it was his last album? Well, I think either way, Drake's got to submit his project through UMG either way. So I'm sure they'll be aware of it, unless he dropped it through like a plot twist or something. But at the end of the day, he's owned by UMG right now. He can't drop music without it's owned by UMG, regardless. That's why with the 100 gigs thing, the 100 gigs thing is interesting too because it's called 100 gigs, and I don't think he put out 100 gigs of footage. 100 gigs is a lot. I don't think what he put out was 100 gigs. I think there's a lot more footage. But if you look at Plot Twist, remember, he had these records up there for maybe, I don't even know if it was up for 24 hours before UMG flagged them. There's a couple still left on here. Like, you remember he dropped them on here first. And I looked at that as a huge way. Like, at that point, it was clear he was saying fuck you to the label, leaking music through his own thing. Which one's this? And this one, Circadian Rhythm, I love. This one stayed up. A bunch of them got flagged, though, by UMG. What's this one here? SOD, I love, too. All these records were really dope.
Hey, what?
No Face, right? Nathaniel Lewis with the 5. Thank you, bro. Good to see you. If Drake releases a track soon or during the album, I fucking need Lake Como living in my head rent free. Yeah, I like the flow he took on that too. Lake Como, cigarette boat. Like, nah, I do like it too. I do like it too. But based on what I've been hearing, none of the leaks that we've heard in any of the Iceman streams or the beats are on Iceman. Like, this guy's sitting on a lot of music. He's probably recorded hundreds of songs that he can pick from for Iceman. It's going to be very intentional. He's been recording a lot. He's constantly recording. He's not lazy. Lines tapped, 214. I just got home and saw the cups at my door. Thanks. That's dope, bro. How many did my girl put in there for you? I'm glad that you finally got the cups. I threw in a couple Happy Dad cups for you too. Like plastic ones. And I think I put like a bunch of stickers in there too, like hip hop type stickers. But when I do drop, just so people know too, I'm dropping. If you look at the What's the Dirt t-shirt, I'll show you what I'm doing. What's the dirt.net. So I did this t-shirt like it was a limited run. Well, it's not a limited run. It's still up there. I had this design during the beef, right? And you could see it's just like limited. It's edition number 1. And basically I had the designer, like I use my desk as the thing for the beef, like breaking down the records. But you could see all the records from the beef right here. Like the push-ups box is literally a sneaker box. You see Kendrick's Crown of Thorns here. To meet the grams, like is like the shirt is physically on the desk. We got an owl here chilling on the mic. Family Matters is a poster. The glove from 616's on the wall. So I'm doing this I'm doing a second edition, like it'll be number 2, and it's gonna be Iceman themed. So it's gonna have like everything to do with Iceman and the rollout, whether it be like visuals of a Pinocchio, the Iceman truck, the blocks of ice, the sculpture, what else? The zine, maybe some of the leaks that he put out, like scattered throughout. And I'm gonna build a new one. Like it'll be edition number 2 for like the What's the Dirt comics, I guess, right? A lot of people really like this shirt, and like it's a really good conversation piece. So I want to do this for the second time with Iceman. But Lines Tap, I got you with a free t-shirt. No problem. You're going to get a shirt on the house. So appreciate you so much, bro. Let's see what chat's saying. Drake had Millie Bobby Brown body pillow. Yo, you're crazy. Where do we go from here? Wheel of Fortune shit. Graveyards and Thriller reference for Drake. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Let me see that. Michael Jackson Thriller Graveyard. The iconic graveyard scene featuring the famous zombie dance. Oh, yeah, that's when they're going like, yeah. The scene features Jackson and his date walking through a cemetery before zombies rise to dance. That's crazy. That's a crazy reference, bro. No, we got to watch that. We got to watch that. This is the part right here, right? Because Drake was spotted with a chick in a graveyard. Now we gotta watch that graveyard scene, bro. We gotta watch that. Michael Jackson. Graveyard. Graveyard. Oh, yeah, right here.
Darkness.
Oh, yes.
Falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Neighborhood must stand and face the house.
Yeah. I mean, he was spotted at the graveyard with the chick, right? And that's exactly what Michael's walking through the graveyard with her. And now we got... And that's true, man. Like, there's crazy parallels there because Drake and Michael were both obviously having crazy issues with their label. They're both the biggest of their time. They both had so much power. And they're both like a major threat to the labels, right? Drake graveyard. Right here. Right here, right?
Photos have emerged from the Drake Iceman music video, and I have a question. Who's taking these pictures, man? Look at this one. Like, this photo through the fence is extremely creepy. What does this cemetery scene mean? What is the symbolism here?
I don't know. That Michael Jackson one's probably the best theory I've seen yet. Like, because I heard people doing the Michael Jackson shit and making the reference that he's doing it, but I never see it connected to this scene and that scene. Like, that's some crazy parallels.
Because you don't just do no music video there for no reason. May 15th is right around the corner, guys. I can't wait. Let me know how you guys feeling so far.
Do you guys think that Drake is even dropping the album on May 15th? Because I was thinking about this. He didn't actually say he's dropping an album May 15th. It just said Iceman May 15th. Like, Iceman hasn't even been really described or like explained to us yet. What is Iceman? Is it an album or is it something else? I think he did say that he was working on an album called Iceman, though, right? Shout out to Mark McGrath, or sorry, Miz is living. As a fan, I prefer surprises over you telling plans. Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. Like, I think like the insider part of it at this point has gotten kind of annoying. And like a lot of times people will just like make these vague things. Like they'll be like they'll do like emojis or like, you know, like it's just like, shut up, man. $2 from Mark McGrath. Do you still think we get episode 4? I do, man. I do think he's finishing it. He claimed he was finishing it, so I can't see why he wouldn't. You know? It's like 5 minutes long of just bars. Bro, I'm telling you, there is a track on Iceman that might be called Thank God. OVO drop. He then said, I'm going to take a break from music the same night the album dropped, but came back with this trailer saying he can't quit. Yeah, he was supposed to take a break from music, but for all the dogs. And then he clearly had, I think he had Scary Hours planned, or like he shot that video pretty quick. It was pretty elaborate. Right? But this is very, very interesting for sure.
Darkness falls across the land. Creatures crawl in without the soul for getting down.
What does the headstone say?
Hell and rot.
Was there anyone called the Iceman, like anything to do with ice tied to the Thriller, like Michael Jackson thing? Did anything Michael, or just Michael Jackson in general? Michael Jackson, Ice. Any relation? Ice Cube, not Ice Cube. I'm just wondering, Michael Jackson, did he have a theme around ice? He did not have an official overarching theme around ice, but his work famously linked to an ice theme through 1990s video game collaboration, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. What? It is widely believed. Oh, confirmed the developers that MJ and his music team wrote music for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Bro, that was like the one with Tails in it, wasn't it? Oh no, this is like a something else. Ice sound effects. Reports suggest Michael Jackson had unique creative concepts in music. Ice skating performances. Because of his highly rhythmic music, many professional skaters. Okay, so while there are rumors that the Ice Cap Zone music was actually based. Okay, so I don't know if he really had much around that. You think episode 4? Do you? Ms. No, bro. I mean your merch and projects. Oh, you'd rather be a surprise for the merch. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I probably should keep it a surprise because someone could just blatantly copy me if I put it out there and they can have a design made and Like, I'm obviously putting a lot of thought into it, but you know, I feel like people will support either way. And I'm excited to put that T-shirt out. Like, it's gonna be completely blue, like ice themed. It's gonna look really dope, and it's like obviously like a comic book too, so it's gonna look cool. John Austin with the 2. Thank you, bro. You think Iceman 4 will be Scary Hours 4? Oh, I mean, I thought I seen. Is it that Insider Hub, dude? A lot of people are dropping these little. What's this? Never wrong. Just okay. So he hasn't posted in a while. There's also this Purple Matter guy too, who's like a long-term insider. Purple Matter. Is this the guy here? He goes. Okay, wait. I don't know if that's exactly him. Purple. Apparently, he put some shit too earlier about the projects. Purple. This guy? No, this ain't it. I don't know. I mean, has anyone from Drake's team posted anything? They've been pretty quiet, right? Let's look up top. No. No, it's pretty quiet. It's pretty quiet right now with OVO. Not much being said. Lines Tap, when can people buy tickets for the Boy Wonder podcast? Look, yo, Lines Tap, I was talking about this earlier. Boy Wonder had to put it on the back burner. I think it's because of the album, because we were supposed to do the podcast live in Toronto May 23rd, but the album comes out May 15th, which is really close to the pod. So I think they just had to kind of back out for the time being. But I will let you guys know because I think we're rescheduling it for September. I don't know if it'll be with Wanda, but it'll be with someone of that echelons, I hope, right? 5 from Shady Savage. Insider Hub posted on the second account, Scary Hours 4 after Iceman. So that's the thing, right? But I mean, like, that's kind of what that's what he did with For All the Dogs. What is Insider Hub's second account? It's called Source, right? This one? He goes Freeze the World tour with the clock. We've seen the next 6 months will belong to Drake only. Scary Hours 4. Album trailer and last episode will be Drake's heaviest hitting visuals ever. That's a tall order because Drake has had some really impressive visuals, but based on even the explosions, he's clearly going all out, right? He's clearly going all out. I think Drake's about to show people who's really the GOAT, who really runs this thing, right? Iceman, the movie. What does he got here? He's got fireworks, a graveyard, and a cop car. Well, we know these things already because we seen the fire explosion. We know that. We seen the graveyards. We know that. And we saw the cop car because Adonis was in the cop car. So anyone... Oh, so this person said, you're just tweeting things everyone already knows. That's what I mean. Some of these guys just be like... Now, I'm not denying. I do think this guy's... I don't know how much of an insider he is, but I think he's connected to someone who... Or a couple people that might know some things, right? Drake's Freeze the World tour announcement coming soon. Yo, I'm going to have to hit up Drake myself and be like, yo, Drake, I need the tickets. I'm going to this time. I got the follow. I'm going to hit up Drake and I will be at one of these shows. That much I know. So yeah, chat, I'm gonna wrap with you guys just for a little bit longer before I hop off. And let me just read the chat here for a bit. Disgruntled Drake fans, what are your thoughts on Drake potentially dissing on the album after suing for others dissing him? Well, I think he's not suing others dissing him. He is suing the label, right? is very different. With that said, I think he's going to fire on everyone. I think he's going to fire on some people. I don't know if he's going to call out Kendrick directly, but honestly, I feel like Kendrick is like lower on the Richter scale of who his real enemies are. We were just talking about Michael Jackson, and his sister was talking about how people want to kill him. Drake is kind of in that realm, right? I don't think Kendrick is the main target. Kendrick's not significant. Kendrick is a small fish compared to Drake, right? He's a very small fish compared to Drake. That's just a fact. So I don't think he's too worried about Kendrick at this point. He's got bigger fish to fry. I took 2 mil out of the cage down in the desert. Archive is user, probably. Drake Epstein, okay. Pusha Teen. Thank you. I think that's what source is saying. Ain't nobody mad. L Rage Bait. Refresh the community one more time. Okay, I'll refresh one more time and then I'll jump out of here. Let's go. Profile our community. Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Drake directly when it comes to these tickets, man. That's just how it's gonna be. That's just how it's gonna be. What we got here? Multi M Fine Dirt, and also about the end of Thriller. End of Thriller and MJ turned into a monster again, like an alter ego. And Drake got an alter ego. Will be Iceman. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, man. That's pretty interesting. That's a really good connection that you made there. Did you make this connection or was this out before? Because this is a great find, bro. Honestly. Of course Drake didn't sue Kendrick, bro. Be quiet. He didn't sue Kendrick, no. Archive, you really did tricks on it. Now I can relax and sip my mimosa. Yeah, do that up, bro. But yeah, chat, I'm gonna get out of here for tonight. Anything that happens with Iceman, we'll be covering it in detail. Whenever there's anything worth talking about, I'll go live in between working on the videos that I'm working on. But I appreciate the support. I'll leave anything Iceman related up. It won't be behind a paywall. You don't need to be a member to watch the content. Anything to do with Iceman is going to be completely free, and we're keeping it up. So it's Iceman season. Let's go.